Recently, the prospective American presidential candidate, Donald Trump, managed to whip everybody into a frenzy of self-righteous apoplexy, accompanied as ever by lashings of creepy progressive virtue signalling, when he suggested that Muslim immigration to the United States should be halted until the Obama administration pulls its finger out and starts screening people properly. He didn't express it in precisely those terms, but that's what he meant, and because it's true, it drew howls of protest from people who aren't used to the truth and don't want to hear it. The political and media establishment, who see it as their place to tell the rest of us what to think, unanimously condemned him. Here in Britain, some idiot even posted a petition to ban Mr. Trump from entering the country, and it got hundreds of thousands of signatures because we are so tolerant in Britain we can't abide free speech. Thank God we don't have a First Amendment. Our feelings would be shredded. Donald Trump is a reaction. He's filling a vacuum that shouldn't be there in the first place, and it wouldn't be there if America had a president worth the name. A president who took seriously his role as leader of the free world. Instead, what they have is somebody who's in such complete denial about Islamic terrorism that he can't even name it, let alone fight it. A president who showed his colours from day one by apologising to the Muslim world when the Muslim world should be apologising to the rest of us. Bowing to the King of Saudi Arabia, glad-handing the Muslim Brotherhood, pussyfooting around the Iranian mullahs, you would think they had elected him. On Obama's watch, America has relinquished leadership of the free world. His reluctance to tackle Islamic terrorism has let Putin strong-arm his way into the centre of things in a way no other US president would have allowed, except maybe Carter. Now, Putin can become a hero in the West if he does the right thing and destroys the Islamic State. In other words, if he does Obama's job for him. Donald Trump is merely pointing out that the king is visibly naked, and people agree with him because they can see it's true, and they're grateful to him for saying so because nobody else will. And nobody's at all surprised that politicians and the media are far too busy condemning Mr. Trump to learn the lesson they need to learn from his popularity. And that is that people want honesty. They're starved of it, and they'll take it where they find it. Trump came along with a great big bucket of honesty, not all of it to everyone's taste, admittedly, but to starving people it's better than no honesty at all, which is what we're used to. Everyone knows there's a massive security problem with Islamic immigration, but nobody wants to admit it. Everyone buys into the big lie. And this isn't just any ordinary political lie, like a lie about the economy or the education budget. This is a serious, reckless lie that knowingly endangers people's lives. And everyone can see that, and they feel less safe. According to a recent Gallup poll, Americans no longer feel confident that their government can protect them. 2/3 say more attacks on American soil are likely, and of course they are. Everyone knows the San Bernardino killers slipped through the net as if there wasn't a net. They were walking red flags, but nobody said anything in case it was racist. Somebody has to burst this bubble of denial before we sleepwalk into another tragedy. Enter Donald Trump, who's now Mr. Popularity, and frankly, that's all he's got going for him, is the willingness to tell people the truth, to say the things that everyone thought they were forbidden to say in the land of the First Amendment. And because the politicians and the media have lost all credibility in this matter now, the more they try to vilify him for it, the more popular he seems to get. And if they continue to refuse to get the message, he could get very popular indeed. Because the message is that people have finally had enough. We've had enough of political correctness, of being told what we're supposed to think and say. We've had enough of being made to feel there's something wrong with us for wanting to preserve our way of life. We've had enough of being told all cultures are equal, or that Islam is a religion of peace, when we can see with our own eyes that neither of those statements is remotely true. We've had enough of being hectored, lectured and censored, and of having our intelligence insulted with progressive hypocrisy and lies. Our tolerance and credulity have been pushed to the limit, and the time for misplaced sensitivity is over. We want honesty. We want the truth. And we'll take it where we find it.